Introduction to the topic. Reaching the age of 70 and still feeling like you are winning at life, it's not just a distant dream. But what does it really mean? It's not about glamorous titles or a glorious career, but about those small yet significant victories, the signs that prove you are still in control of your health, spirit, and quality of life. If you can achieve these things, it means you are not just surviving but truly enjoying every moment. We often assess health through numbers, blood pressure, heart rate, weight. But there are metrics that few pay attention to, simple daily actions that are the clearest indicators that your body and mind are still functioning well. Today, we will go through 6 important signs that show you are still living healthily, independently, and vibrantly. And if you can accomplish all 6, be proud because you are maintaining an admirable life. Let's start with the first sign, something everyone has done but not everyone can do easily at 70. Point 1. Climbing stairs without getting out of breath. Have you ever noticed that climbing stairs is not just a way to move from one floor to another but also a covert health test? A trip up the stairs can reveal a lot about your heart, lungs, and endurance. If you can climb a whole flight of stairs without feeling like you just completed a marathon, that is a fantastic sign that you are still maintaining impressive fitness. Many studies have shown that as people age, lung capacity and cardiovascular endurance significantly decline. According to the American Heart Association, at the age of 70, lung capacity and the ability to exchange oxygen can decrease by up to 40% compared to peak levels in your 30s. This is a noteworthy figure, but the good news is that it is not an unchangeable fate. Climbing stairs is a perfect exercise that helps you maintain cardiovascular health and muscle strength without needing a gym. In fact, a study in Europe conducted a simple experiment. Participants over 60 were asked to climb 3 flights of stairs in under 90 seconds. The results showed that those who completed this challenge had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease in the next 10 years. Imagine one day you visit a friend who lives on the 3rd floor. The elevator is out of order. Do you complain and wait for them to come down, or do you confidently walk up, enjoying each step as part of your daily exercise? If you belong to the latter group, congratulations. You are not only passing a covert health test but also conquering yourself every day. Climbing stairs without getting out of breath means your heart is functioning well, your lungs are still supplying good oxygen, and your muscles are strong enough to support each step. Therefore, the next time you have the choice between the elevator and stairs, try walking up instead, considering it a small yet meaningful victory. And if you can do that without feeling exhausted, you are doing very well. Point 2. Remembering yesterday's meal. Can you clearly remember what you had for lunch yesterday? It may seem like a simple question, but if you can answer it immediately, that is a great sign that your memory is still functioning well. Memory is not just about remembering names or phone numbers, but also the ability to retain those small moments throughout the day. When you can vividly recall that yesterday's lunch was a plate of salad with salmon, or that you enjoyed a cup of tea with your favorite cookie, it means your brain is still working efficiently. This is extremely important because memory is the foundation of thought, communication, and connection with the surrounding world. According to the Alzheimer's Association, about 1 in 9 people over 65 shows signs of memory decline at varying levels. However, this decline is not an inevitability, and it can be postponed or improved by regularly engaging the brain. The brain is like a muscle. If it is not exercised, it gradually loses its sharpness. Older adults who frequently read, solve crossword puzzles, chat with friends, or participate in intellectually stimulating activities have a significantly lower risk of developing cognitive decline. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids from fish, nuts, and green vegetables also helps enhance memory and cognitive function. Imagine you are sitting at the dining table with your family, and your mischievous little grandchild unexpectedly asks, "Grandma, what did you have yesterday?" If you can answer right away without too much thought, it not only makes the meal more enjoyable but also proves that your brain is still retaining wonderful agility. But memory is not limited to meals only. If you can still recall interesting stories from yesterday, joyful conversations, or even small things like a reminder to meet a friend, you are doing very well at keeping your mind sharp. So next time you have a delicious meal, try to remember it. Not just to show off that you have a good memory, but also to exercise your brain every day. A good memory not only helps you maintain independence, but also makes life more enjoyable as beautiful memories remain clear in your mind. Point 3. Balance for 10 seconds. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? It may seem like a simple game, but in reality, This is one of the most important health tests you can do right at home. If you can do this without wobbling or losing your balance, it is a strong indication that your body is still maintaining flexibility, good coordination, and quick reflexes, all important factors that help you maintain independence as you enter your 70s and beyond. The ability to balance is not just a physical skill, but also a measure of overall health. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine showed that individuals in their 70s who can stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds have a 50% lower risk of death in the next 10 years compared to those who cannot perform this test. This means that your balancing ability not only reflects muscle strength, but is also closely related to cardiovascular health, the nervous system, and overall mobility. You can try this test right now. Stand straight, lift one leg, and hold the position for 10 seconds. If you can do that without swinging your arms or putting your leg down early, congratulations. You are maintaining a strong and stable body. If you find it a bit challenging, don't worry, as your balance can be improved through regular practice. Exercises like yoga, tai chi, or even simply standing on one leg every day for a few seconds can help you enhance your balance and reduce the risk of falls. Imagine one day stepping out of the house in a strong wind or walking on a bumpy path. If your body can adjust itself to maintain balance, that is a sign that your musculoskeletal system is still functioning well. This is particularly important because falls are one of the leading causes of serious injuries in the elderly. But if you can stand steadily on one leg for 10 seconds, it shows that you are still maintaining a healthy, well-controlled body with agile reflexes, all of which are essential factors for sustaining an independent and active life for many years to come. If you couldn't do it today, don't be discouraged. Start by taking on this challenge every day, bit by bit, and over time, you will notice significant improvement. And when you can stand firm for 10 seconds without difficulty, take pride in the fact that you are keeping one of the most crucial elements for maintaining long-term health. Point 4. Laughter and joy. Remember the last time you laughed uncontrollably, the kind of laughter that makes your stomach ache, tears roll down your cheeks, and you feel like you've turned back the clock by a decade. If you still have moments like that, congratulations. You are holding one of the most important secrets to maintaining health and longevity: humor and joy. Laughter is not only a natural human response, but also a precious remedy for both body and mind. According to a study from Stanford University, laughter not only helps reduce stress but also stimulates the brain to release endorphins, those happiness hormones that make you feel joyful, relaxed, and provide natural pain relief. Moreover, when you laugh, your blood pressure decreases, your immune system is activated, and your body becomes more energized. But the most important thing is that laughter is a sign of a healthy spirit. When you can still find joy in the little things in life, when you can still chuckle at a funny story or an ironic situation, it shows that you are maintaining optimism and adaptability in life. And this is one of the factors that help older adults live longer, happier lives and be less affected by the stresses of aging. Think about the people you know. Do those who laugh often tend to be more youthful, regardless of their age? They always have funny stories to share, always find humor in seemingly annoying situations, and always spread positive energy to those around them. This is not a coincidence. Those with a sense of humor tend to cope better with difficulties, are less prone to depression, and have stronger social relationships. Imagine you are sitting in a cafe with a group of old friends, sharing stories from the past. One person recounts a humorous memory, and the whole table erupts in laughter. Moments like these not only help you feel closer to others, but also serve as excellent exercise for both the mind and body. If you still laugh every day, if you still find joy in small things, that is a clear sign that you are still enjoying life to the fullest. And if you haven't laughed enough, find ways to change that. Watch a comedy movie, read a funny book, chat with a friend who has a sense of humor. Whatever makes you laugh, do it more often. Because in the end, age is not measured by the number of years you live, but by the number of moments you feel happy. Point 5. Maintaining social connections. Do you still frequently chat with friends, family, or neighbors around you? If the answer is yes, then you are possessing one of the most important factors that help prolong lifespan and maintain mental health: social connection. The truth is, humans are not born to live in solitude. We need conversations, warm hugs, and shared moments to feel like we belong to something larger than ourselves. However, as we age, close relationships can sometimes become sparser. Friends may move away, family may be busy with their own lives, and social interactions may gradually diminish over time. This is why many elderly people fall into a state of loneliness, a condition that can negatively impact health as much as physical illnesses. According to the National Institute on Aging in the United States, nearly 30% of people over 70 experience prolonged feelings of loneliness, and those who feel isolated are at a higher risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline compared to those with strong social networks. But the good news is, loneliness is not something that cannot be changed. As long as you are proactive in seeking connection, you can still maintain wonderful relationships, regardless of age. Think of the longest-lived communities in the world, such as Okinawa, Japan. One of the secrets that helped them live healthily into their 100s is the culture of moai, close-knit friend groups that consistently support and accompany each other throughout life. They share meals, help one another, and importantly, they never let anyone feel lonely. So what does that mean for you? It means continue to maintain the connections you already have. If you have a close friend who is always willing to listen to your stories, call them more often. If you have a group of friends you play cards or go for walks with, don't let those habits fade away. If you are living alone, look for opportunities to meet people with similar interests, whether it's a book club, an art class, or simply gatherings at a nearby park. Imagine walking into a familiar cafe where the staff remembers your name, where you can sit down and chat with an old friend. Or envision yourself laughing with a group of close friends, reminiscing about old times. Those moments, though small, are what make life worth living. If today you haven't actively connected with anyone, try picking up the phone and calling a friend. If you have a neighbor you haven't spoken to in a while, smile and start a brief conversation. Such simple acts can create a big difference, not only helping you feel happier but also bringing long-term benefits to your physical and mental health. Because a truly fulfilling life is not measured by the number of years you live, but by the relationships you have nurtured along the way. Score 6. Cooking for yourself. Do you still cook for yourself? If the answer is yes, then you possess one of the clearest signs that you are still living an independent, healthy, and vibrant life. Cooking is not just about preparing a meal, but also a testament to your mobility, flexibility, memory, and self-care spirit. When you can step into the kitchen, open the fridge, choose ingredients, skillfully use a knife, adjust the heat just right, and cook a delicious dish, that's a series of skills that not everyone at the age of 70 can maintain. Moreover, cooking has a direct impact on overall health. According to a long-term study in Sweden, older adults who cook at home have a 25% lower risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity compared to those who frequently eat ready-made meals. The reason is simple. When you cook for yourself, you control the nutritional components, reduce unnecessary sugars, salts, and unhealthy fats, while increasing healthy foods like greens, salmon, nuts, and whole grains. But cooking is not just about physical health. It's also a connecting experience. Imagine standing in the kitchen, opening an old recipe book, recreating a dish that your mother or grandmother used to make when you were young. Or you experiment with a new dish, feeling the aroma spread throughout the kitchen, and then sit down to enjoy your meal in satisfaction. It's not just a meal, but a moment when you connect with yourself, with memories, and with the simplest joys of life. For many, cooking can become a challenge as they age. Stiffness in the joints, memory decline, or simply the feeling that eating alone is no longer enjoyable can make it difficult. But this is precisely why maintaining the habit of cooking is so important. It not only helps you ensure proper nutrition but also keeps your spirits high, making you feel that you still have control over your own life. And even if you no longer cook the complex meals you used to, just having the inspiration to step into the kitchen, cut some fruits, brew a cup of tea, or bake a small batch of cookies is still a wonderful sign of independence. Cooking is not about someone having to eat with you. It's about still loving yourself enough to take the time to prepare a good meal for your body. So next time you step into the kitchen, remember that each time you pick up a knife, each time you stir a pot of soup, each time you set the table and enjoy your meal, you're not only nourishing your body but also maintaining one of the greatest symbols of self-reliance and quality of life. If you still cook for yourself, congratulations. You are doing great and deserve to take pride in that. Conclusion. 6 seemingly simple things. Climbing stairs without getting winded, clearly remembering yesterday's meal, balancing on one leg for 10 seconds, laughing every day, maintaining social relationships, and cooking for yourself are actually the clearest signs that you are living a full, healthy, and meaningful life. Each of these small actions not only reflects your physical condition but also serves as a measure of your independence, adaptability, and positive spirit. At the age of 70, Health is not only assessed by numbers like blood pressure or weight, but also by your ability to continue enjoying life in your own way. Being able to climb stairs without stopping to catch your breath, easily recall yesterday's meal, stand on one leg without wavering, laugh comfortably at humorous things, maintain close relationships, and prepare a delicious meal for yourself are all evidence that you are not just surviving, you are truly living. If you have checked each of these things and realize that you can still do most of them, take pride in the fact that you are maintaining incredible health. If something is causing you difficulty, don't worry. It's never too late to improve. Try climbing the stairs one more time each day. See how long you can stand on one leg, try cooking a new dish, or simply call an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. These small changes can make a big difference in your life. Ultimately, the most important thing is not how long you live, but how you enjoy each moment in the years you have. If you can continue to do these things with happiness and pride, you are not just winning at life, you are enjoying it in the best way possible.